What's up, internet? Welcome. Today we're doing a review on the 2022 Hayabusa. If you hadn't already guessed that by the dash, you know, or the thumbnail of the video, you know, probably the title, but I'm just saying, GoPro, god damn it, don't fail me now. Yeah, there's no denying the largeness of the 2022 Busa. Maybe not even any of the Busas, but clearly a much longer wheelbase. Clearly, it's big, huge machine. It absolutely is. Your eyes do not deceive you, but oh my god, it's beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. Let's get on this damn thing and ride it. Love the fact that it has hazard indicators. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Mirrors, you know, at first glance, given the size of this machine, the mirrors look small. They don't look like they fit the machine, but visibility is good once you get them adjusted, and it's not hard to adjust. Visibility is really good. I can clearly see behind me on both sides, so that's, you know, it's about all you can ask for. And there is absolutely, look, I mean, you can just look at the spec sheets. This thing is heavy. It is big, it is heavy, it's got a long wheelbase, and you know, I'm speaking in the context of coming off a ZX-10R, an R1, any of these homologated race bikes. You get on one of these and no doubt you notice, especially in a scenario like this where we're going pretty slow. It's like 25 miles per hour through here. Parking lots, stop and go kind of traffic. You will absolutely notice how big and heavy this thing is. However, once you get going, and we'll do more of that here in a minute once we make it through this Garden of the Gods park, but once you get going, it's not really so noticeable. It's really a slow speed thing. Doing a U-turn in a parking lot, anything like that, you're going to notice the longer wheelbase, you're going to notice the extra weight, and just the sheer massive size of this machine. So let's talk about like ergonomics. You know, my first, I gotta say, I don't think I've heard anybody talk about this yet, and it's really kind of shocking to me because there are just a massive amount of 2022 Busa review videos out there, and I'm sure I haven't seen them all, but I have seen a lot of them, and nobody talks about the seat on this bike. And the seat's important to me because if you've been around my channel, I do like to go for long rides on my ZX-10, multi-day trips, day trips, whatever. So the seat's important, and I mean, look, the seat on the ZX-10, it's like a sheet of plywood, and I've upgraded mine to a Saddleman GP, which is a nice upgrade. But this seat on the Busa, it's I mean, the best way I could describe it, it's like plopping in your favorite lazy boy. It's thick. You can feel how thick it is, the density, and I'm telling you, it just grabs your ass cheeks and makes you feel right at home. And I'm shocked nobody's talked about that. It really is. This is the best seat I've ever sat in. It's freaking awesome. Handlebars above the triple clamps, your clip-ons above the triple clamps. I like that. So comfortable seat, bars just ever so slightly closer to you. The bike just kind of takes the aggressive edge off of the position that you're sitting in, right? It just reduces it just ever so slightly, because don't get me wrong, this is still very aggressive bike and aggressive seating position. It's nothing like, you're still leaned over really far, knees are still bent pretty good, probably like a 45 degree, something like that. So I mean, don't get me wrong, very aggressive seating position, but just ever so slightly the edge has been taken off of that aggression. Hydraulic clutch, I'm still getting used to that. It's got a really long reach before it starts to engage, whereas my ZX-10 is like complete opposite. It's a very quick release, and so still getting used to that, but it feels great. I'm digging the hydraulic clutch. kind of jealous of you hydraulic clutch people out there. It's a nice feeling. Controls are pretty easy to operate. Took me a little bit to figure out how to, you know, turn on the high beams, but it's your passing light, right? So you pull this in to flash your high beams, whether you're letting somebody over or you're trying to get by somebody. But if you push it out, boom, high beams are on. So that's kind of cool. And it doesn't like say that anywhere on the controls, so it took me a bit to figure that out. It's got cruise control, so now we're kind of drifting into electronics, right? This bike has probably the most expansive electronics package out there. I mean, Suzuki went bonkers with this thing in terms of the electronics. So you got ride-by-wire, cruise control. So you've got your set and your reserve, and resume, set and resume over here on the left, and the on button to enable cruise control on the right hand side, right above the hazards. Dude, I love the quick start, right? You just tap it once, so your on off and your start button are all integrated into one. And thank you. They're all integrated in one, and it's just a quick tap. You don't have to hold it down. It's a smart motorcycle, man. It's a cool feature. I've seen that on a couple of other motorcycles, but I can't say I've seen it on a lot of motorcycles. What else we got going on here, man? Pegs are nice. They're a little bit wider, rubber padded, but still, you know, still sport bike pegs. And that's how it should be. What this is. It's a big sport bike. It's a comfortable sport bike, but it's still a Busa, folks. I personally love the dash. I am a fan of both TFT, LCD, and analog clocks. And I have to admit, I think Suzuki has done an amazing job with this, because I tell you what, I was really worried that they tried to do too much with it. 4 analog clocks plus a TFT in the middle, that's a lot for one dash. And my initial thought was going to be that my initial thought was TFT display was going to be like not very usable, hard to see, because they squished it into the middle of all these clocks. And it's not. It really, it's easy to use, it's easy to see, and I love the fact that Suzuki has given you almost 100% control over the electronics. And we'll go into that a little bit, but you can turn off traction control, you can turn off your engine braking, you can turn off the hill assist, you can turn off the lift control or the anti-wheelie. And let's see, let's bring it up. So if you look at the bottom, there's a sub menu, and right above the odometer, and we've got power modes. There's 3 of those, 1, 2, and 3, 1 being the most aggressive, 3 being the least aggressive. And do you know where you're going, sir? You look like you're making last minute decisions. And then you've got your lift control, you got your engine braking, you got a quick shifter. Quick shifter has 2 modes. Quick shift mode 1 is a very snappy, aggressive shift, and quick shifter mode 2 is a little bit softer. They say, you know, like for city driving. And you can see I've got most of the electronics turned off. Quick shifter is in the most aggressive mode, power mode's in the most aggressive mode, and I'm in user mode 1. So there are 3 default modes, preset modes, and I think they're A, B, and C. A being the most aggressive in terms of power is on 1. Traction control is all the way at the bottom at 1. So traction control is like 1 through 10. Lift control is 1 through 10. And here's one of those moments where it's girthy and you know it. But we made it through there just fine. And you know, A, B, and C. A the most aggressive, C is the least aggressive. So and it's split like right in the middle. So if you go to B mode, traction control's on 5, lift control's on 5. If you go to C mode, it's at 10 and 10. Power mode's at 3. So I mean, you get the idea. A, B, and C, and then you've got user programmable 1, 2, and 3. So that's pretty cool that they give you that much control over the electronics. About the only thing you can't control is ABS. You cannot turn off ABS. And look at this guy, he's in full beast mode going uphill in a wheelchair. Dude, mad respect to you, bro. Mad respect. Yeah, you can't get this without ABS, to my understanding, and you can't turn off ABS. And I think the ABS is the only control, rider assist, safety mechanism, whatever you want to call it, is the only piece that you can't turn off. All right, I think now is as good a time as any to test out our cruise control. Dude, man, this thing is such a beast. We're doing a little slow, a little bit under the speed limit. Traffic is slow right now. Imagine that. 50 miles per hour. We're in 5th gear, rolling about 3,000 revolutions per minute. All right, so the first thing I don't like is that's a bit of a reach. Like, to keep the throttle twisted and then come up here with your thumb, I don't like that. I wish they would have put it over here somehow, somewhere, because here's where you're going to do your set. So we've got cruise control enabled, and we're just going to set that sucker. And it says it's set. That's awesome. And we've got your resume and your set, but those also dual function as increase and increment and decrement your speed. So traffic's starting to pull away a little bit. I'm just going to hit it like once. I'm thinking if you just hit it one time, that's 1 mile per hour, and it looks like it's working. We're almost up to 55, and I've hit it about 5 times. And then I think you can probably hold it too, right? Oh yeah. Make sure you squeeze your legs if you hold it, because it starts to move. It's not too aggressive, but if you're like not paying attention and you just hit it, well, I wish you luck. All right, I think I want to move this camera. We're gonna pull over here somewhere before we get into these curves. So this is awesome. And you know, if you're looking at one of these 2022 Busas for, you know, a still very sporty but like more comfortable sport bike to tour on, to go on long rides, so far this is I just imagine this being amazing, just absolutely amazing, with the ride-by-wire cruise control and this comfortable seat. It just feels so thick and cushy, man. It is dense. It's just awesome. It's the best seat I've ever sat on. And then bars up a little bit higher. Everything's just more comfortable, but still a very sporty position. Turn cruise control. I'm just going to tap the brake lever, turn cruise control, because I think I'm going to pull over here and reposition my GoPro, and then maybe give it a chance to let some cars ahead of us and get a little bit of a clear road. We're not going to get crazy aggressive or anything like that, but there's some really nice turns ahead, and I don't want to be behind cars, and I think I can get a way better shot from my Hero Max if I put it somewhere else. Oh, look at that. It's got one link that's blue. I wonder if that was the master link. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Guys, you do not have to worry. Oh, we're already caught up to a car. You don't have to worry about the size and weight of this thing. It's loads of performance. I'm not even coming close to any of it right now. But wow. Wow. It's so easy to tip this thing over. And just like that. Oh my goodness. I mean, I wasn't even really giving it the juice that bad, and wow. Slow it down. I'm telling you, like, okay, it doesn't react as quickly with the counter steering, but it almost begs you to lean it over. It's almost like it's like, come on, we can do this. Lean over, push the handlebars, damn it. It really, there's like no hesitation. It's like, dude, we can do this. We can do this. Woo, on the brakes. Oh my gosh, yeah. Look, there's plenty of fun to be had on this bike in the twisties, man. I'm telling you, it's not a problem. It's not as what am I trying to say? It's not as of aggressive kind of lean into the turn as like my ZX10. It's not as raw, but there's no problem, man. The thing wants to go. It wants to lean over and go. I mean, we weren't even really like beginning to approach what I think this bike could totally be capable of in stock trim. It would be I mean, you know, it's not easy to find something like this. And when I say something like this, I mean something that is as aggressive and sporty and comfy with all the amenities that this thing has. And here's where you're gonna feel that. Yeah, I mean, you can make pretty tight turns on this thing, like I just did right there. It's not a problem. I'll let these cars go ahead again. Yeah, this bike is pretty doggone amazing. I don't know, I think I might have just made up a word. It's amazing, I'm telling you. I think Suzuki done good, man. I think they found a really good balance. It's still a Busa, right? Like, a lot of people complained about peak horsepower on the dyno, and you know, I would say that only people that have a legit complaint there are people that are going to do what probably is the most popular thing to do with a Busa, right? And that is straight line racing. Whether you're doing highway pulls or whether you're at the drag strip, you guys are probably doing a lot of the same mods, right? You're going to put the extended swing arm on it. You're going to lower it. You're going to make it as light as possible. You're going to try and do everything you can with the electronics to unrestrict it as much as possible. You're going to do all that shit just in the name of going fast. And once you launch that thing, you're probably spending most of your time in the top end. So the peak horsepower being down a little bit, okay, valid complaint for you guys. But it's not down that much. It's down a few horses, like 5 or 7 or something like that. It's not like it was down 15, 20 horses. And then we got a car coming up. No, you're not going to pass me. I'm on a Busa. Stop it. I'm going to stop talking right now so I can enjoy this. I know I just continue to ramble on. I'm just I guess I'll just say, like, if there's something I didn't cover and you want to ask me what I thought about said thing that I didn't cover, just drop a comment down below, let me know, and I'll answer. I'll get back to you. You know, at the end of the day, do I like this bike? Hell yeah, I like this bike. I already told you I really do enjoy doing multi-day trips, tours, whatever you want to call that. And this bike would just be phenomenal in that kind of scenario. I mean, just every aspect of it, from the increased fuel capacity to cruise control, ride-by-wire, the seat, and the handlebars being just a little bit closer to you. I mean, everything about it. And it's still aggressive, it's still sporty, you can still have fun in the canyons. This would be great for somebody that's looking to do, you know, two-up sport riding or touring. It's definitely, I mean, look at the rear end of this thing. It is so much bigger than, say, like my ZX10. I mean, the passenger seat on my ZX10 can fit inside of the passenger seat of this bike. So there's very few little things I can say negative about the bike and just a shit ton of positive things to say. This is an amazing motorcycle, and if you're looking for something to go touring on and you want something sporty and aggressive, but you know you don't necessarily want that homologated race bike feel, this is your bike, people. This is your damn bike. I think I'm done. I'm gonna call that a video. I hope you guys like it. And again, leave me a comment down below if there's something I didn't talk about that you're curious about. Just leave a comment, ask me, I'll get back to you, and keep the rubber side down. We'll see you guys in the next video. Damn GoPro, I hope the audio came out this time.